So continuing with my 7 habit series, we've reached habit number 3. First habit, you'll remember, be proactive. Second habit, start with the end in mind. Third habit is putting some of that into practice with put first things first. It's so important these days, I believe, because we've always been bombarded with stuff, but these days with technology generally and social media generally, it's so easy to forget what the most important thing is. So putting first things first is so important, but so easy to forget because it's so easy to deal with the easy stuff, to deal with that email that's come in, to deal with that bit of social media, to post this and put off the stuff that is actually important but not that urgent. I refer back to, and I find this quite amusing because I'm supporting this piece of paper on an iPad. But anyway, so we've got the quadrant here, the important, not important, the urgent, not urgent. Now, I'm just going to frame my head around so I can see this. So you can see all of that. Right. This box here, urgent and important. You have to deal with that, don't you? It's urgent and it's really important. You should really deal with this. The dangerous box is not important and not urgent down here. Definitely don't deal with that. So that's very dangerous, but easy to, yeah, that's not urgent. It's not important. Don't deal with it. The really tricky point is, the really tricky box is urgent but not important. And that's the one that seduces us to deal with it because it's urgent, I'll deal with it. It's actually not that important. This is the one where too little activity takes place and it's not urgent, but actually very important. The stuff usually that takes a little bit more time, takes a little bit more thought. So that's the thing. So for you, that might be in your business, running your business as an advisor. It's probably the sort of stuff that is, where are you going with your business? What are your objectives? Remember, you should have those in place, but are you acting on them? Are you dealing with that important stuff, even though it's not urgent, or you're just dealing with the stuff that goes on every day? Really important to keep in mind and spend sufficient time on. I can't overemphasize this enough, although I am emphasizing it quite a lot, is deal with that stuff that is important, even though it's not urgent, and put time aside to do that, if you can, every day. For your clients, clearly what's important to them will then be reflected in their financial plan. You will have discovered what's important to them, and you'd have built their financial plan to deliver on what's important. Now, of course, you are going to deal with those urgent and important things. Clients will come to you with those. I need a mortgage. I need to pay down this debt. I've got some money to invest. The market's gone up. The market's gone down. I need to do something. Urgent stuff. Of course, you deal with that. But how about that stuff that is important but not urgent? Great example of that, I think, is you talk to any of your clients who've got family and they go, my family is the most important thing to me. It's really important. Sorry, I say that in a kind of disdainful way, so they don't really mean it. No, they say and mean it. My family is important to me. And they'll never deny that fact, absolutely. But then why aren't they dealing with looking after their family if they died or became seriously ill, looking after them financially? Well, because it's not that urgent. I feel okay today. Don't feel like I'm going to die. Don't feel I'm getting ill. I know it's important, but I don't need to deal with it. Thing is with that, it's important and it can happen at any time. So I really believe that protection, financial protection, insurance is one of those important but not urgent things that we absolutely need to spend more time on and put first. It's one of the first things we need to put first in our financial planning for those of us with families. Habit number 3, put first things first.